No Man's Sky. Yeah, kind of took me by surprise. Interesting to have slept on this game for 8 years and to finally be giving it a chance. The World's Part 1 update was what inspired me to give this a shot. My headspace, the very first time I ever approached this game several years ago, my headspace was not in the right place. I wasn't really into crafting survival games back then. Played it for a couple hours and was like, nope, not for me. Now, with the hindsight of having played the last, I don't know, probably 3 years of like crafting survival games and really diving in deep to things like Minecraft and Enshrouded with friends doing multiplayer stuff, and then trying out other things like, more recently V Rising, Robin Hood Sherwood Builders, also Once Human. Like I've been digging into the genre a little bit more, and I appreciate it a little bit more now. And I gotta say that my early experience now over the past couple of days in No Man's Sky has been pleasant enough that I wanted to put together an early thoughts video because, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So let's talk a little bit about this. I think what really got me when I was reading through, and you guys can watch the video because I did a reaction video to me going through the World's Part 1 update page and the video, the deep dive and everything. And what I was really blown away by was the screenshots. Like there was so much really cool stuff that people were showing off in the screenshots. And I was like, I didn't know this was in the game. I didn't know this was in the game. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you could do this. Because apparently they've just added a ton of stuff over the years that I was not aware of because I wasn't paying attention to this game. It still is, from what I understand, a story light game. So if you're looking for a like RPG type experience, it's not necessarily what you would see in, say, Starfield. But if you're like me, who quite enjoyed Starfield, there are all these other elements from like that game that can also be found here, can also be found in many other games. But No Man's Sky, I didn't know any of this, and I'm genuinely surprised by this. So I'm coming into this with sort of a virgin perspective. You've got spaceflight, you've got FPS gameplay. It's rudimentary, and everything, but it's all there, right? This is still a crafting survival type game at its core. But like when I tried it several years ago, like there was no like adjustable difficulty, and now they've got all these adjustable difficulties, and you could tweak things. Reminds me a lot in some areas of like Grounded, which I play with my brother and my sister-in-law. But of course, you have the sci-fi element here, and I think I did the tutorial yesterday and genuinely was like, so right away on normal mode, like you're being thrust into the elements and you're learning that I got to worry about my spacesuit and I got to worry about protection and I got to worry about food and I got to get all these things to, regenerate my space pack and regenerate my health. And we got to build our base. We've got to, make these other things to build more additional parts of the base. And now we've got a teleporter and now we're going to go find a space station and all this other stuff. That's all there. And I've been told as you get deeper into the game, there are some storyline elements that you can begin to find, which lead you in sort of more traditional paths, even though it's never going to be a RPG like you would find from like Bethesda or something. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. It's nice to play something that's more of just sort of a chill, explore and enjoy the beautiful scenery type games. Like, I'm sure there are more intense aspects of the game, but what I've been really enjoying so far, just in the first couple of planets I've been to, has been the visuals of the game. Visually, it's breathtaking. I don't know why my camera did that. And the new additions they've added with Worlds Point 1, where we've got better volumetric clouds and like the new water stuff is really amazing, where it just changes based on weather and everything else. And then the new weather systems, and I encountered a couple of them, a blizzard and a rainstorm, and just it's very intense. The sound effects are absolutely amazing. Like the difference between being inside the canopy of my little starter ship while the rain was coming down and hitting the ship versus the sound of it when I was inside the structure that I built. Like very, very well done in terms of the audio effects. There appears to be lots of different ways to build. There's lots of different types of materials that you can find, and like when I used my scanner for the first time and I'm going across the environment, it's like everything can be scanned. I was like, holy crap, like there's all this stuff. And again, I don't know enough about this, but I did ask during the stream yesterday, and someone said that like the buildings are handmade, but everything else is procedural, which I don't know how. I need to dive into this game more to understand how their tech works and everything else. But if this is all procedurally generated, or the majority of it's procedurally generated, that's impressive. And I think that's one of the things that really made me sit up and go, oh, because when I saw them promoting Light No Fire a few months back, I went, that looks really cool. I want to play that. Oh, that's the same people who made No Man's Sky. Interesting. And then when I did the video about the world update, and they talked about taking the tech from Light No Fire and putting it in No Man's Sky, I went, oh, so you're taking an 8-year-old game and making it modern and modernizing it and making it look. I was like, that's the sign to me of a company who's still got plenty of life left in it in terms of this particular game, and they're going to keep doing this for quite some time. So it all inspired me to want to try it, and I have been having a lot of fun. Now, there are some aspects of this game that I already know will begin to wear on me over the long period of time, because they do in every crafting survival game I play. At some point, quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. It does get repetitive or grindy to constantly be going out there and like harvesting resources and mining things and doing all this, that, and the other. So I'm really glad that they have that part of the game sort of set to the side, because that to me is something that can get repetitive and grindy after long lengths of time. But this game also has a component which a lot of other crafting survival games don't have, which is spaceflight and space exploration and other planets to go to. And as I understand it, there are quests that you get to as you get deeper into the game, which start to lead you to exploring the rest of the galaxy. And I read something about these, I forget what they're called, expeditions, that people are telling me I should try, because expeditions give you challenges to like do these different things across the galaxy. And there's freighters and mechs and all this other stuff that I have to look forward to. So if you remember last fall, when I first started playing World of Warcraft for the first time after, the game being out for 20 years, I was amazed by how much there was to do. And here I am. It's almost a year later. We formed a guild in World of Warcraft. We have gone on to recruit. Those people have gone on and played other games with us, like Enshrouded. We played Enshrouded multiplayer. We're going to be playing Dune Awakening together. Probably playing Light No Fire together. We're doing other things beyond World of Warcraft. But that game got me really excited because I had 20 years of content that was there for me to dive into. And they've done a great job of keeping that game modern in terms of the tech and the engineering and everything over the years. So being able to see sort of the same thing happening here. This game has 8 years of content, 8 years of updates. They're updating it graphically. They have a second update coming later this year. All of that is a great time for a new player like me to be diving into No Man's Sky. So for me, my early thoughts are I'm having a lot of fun. This is probably something that's going to become a main thing that I'm doing for the next few weeks at the very least, because we have until August 22nd for when the War Within for World of Warcraft goes live, and then August 30th is when Star Wars Outlaws hits. So once those two things happen, I will be shifting focus to do those things. But up until then, I'm going to be playing a lot of No Man's Sky, because I can see the potential here for a pretty good Let's Play series here on my channel, along with some guides and some thoughts videos, since I have the perspective of coming into it as a new player 8 years in, much like I did with World of Warcraft, providing a new perspective to people who, like me, might be new to this game. So follow along, because I'll be doing more of this game as we get deeper into July and August. There's a playlist down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget that we stream every single day here and on Twitch, so you can watch where you prefer, support where you can. There's also a Discord, a Patreon, and all the socials. So I will see you in the next one, everybody. Stay safe. Happy gaming.